um, Darren Till has publicly said he wants to fight Sean Strickland next. Well, that's an ideal fight to make at middleweight. I mean, think about it. Darren Till is a guy who was at the top, not champion, but a guy who fought for the title at welterweight and was unbeaten for a while. He lost to Woodley in a really good fight. Then he got knocked out by Masvidal at welterweight. He went up to middleweight. I think he beat Gastelum, right? Then he lost to Whitaker, and he lost again to Brunson. So right now he's at a crossroads in his career. He's 1-4 in his last 5 fights. He hasn't really looked that impressive. The decision he had with Gastelum was a split decision, so it could have easily gone against him. Now you have Sean Strickland, clearly a top 10 middleweight caliber fighter who's been killing people. His stand-up is amazing, but he's really smart when he fights standing up. And he's not, I wouldn't say smart, but he's crafty on the feet. He pushes forward the whole time, and he talks crap to get inside your head, so that makes it really difficult. I think this is a fun fight for the fans. They're both really good on the feet. I think Darren Till clearly has a power advantage on the feet, but clearly Sean Strickland can pick him apart and push forward if he wants to. I think for him to beat Darren Till, he needs to do the opposite. He needs to hit him and pick him apart, use his long arms, his reach advantage to beat Darren Till. He needs to mix up the wrestling a little bit because Darren Till's a pretty good all-around fighter. The problem with Darren Till is he takes the risk too many times of finishing people, and he normally gets finished himself. Think about it. 3 of his 4 losses were by knockout or submission. He keeps putting himself in harm's way too much. I think that would hurt him if he fought Sean Strickland, unless he got a knockout or an early submission in the first or second round. If this was a 5-round fight, which it probably will be. It will probably be a main event of a UFC fight night or maybe a co-main event on pay-per-view or something like that, or the third best fight in the card, you know what I mean? So for Darren Till to win this fight, he needs to finish it soon. He has heavy power in both hands. He's a pretty good grappler. He could wrestle. He's a finishing guy. He's a killer. Okay, he's either kill or be killed. That's the type of fighter he is. Sean Strickland, in his case, is the opposite. The longer the fight goes, the better chances for Sean Strickland to win this fight. I'm not saying he can't knock out Darren Till, but he's either going to have to submit him or beat him by decision because lately Darren Till hasn't been knocked out. It's been 3 years since that Masvidal knockout. So those are where his chances lie. Now, if he gets a TKO, he would probably wear out Darren Till later in the fight, in like the 4th or 5th round, the championship rounds, and then pick him apart and finish it like that with strikes. But I don't think he'll get a straight-up knockout like Masvidal, let's be honest. Masvidal's something special on the feet. He knocks people out all the time. So, not to say Sean Strickland can't, but that's not, yeah, he has a good stand-up, though. So I think this fight would be won by Sean Strickland if these two fight. I think Sean Strickland would get a decision win over Darren Till. He would avoid the early fireworks from Darren Till. He would push forward later in the fight. He's going to pick him apart with leg kicks and probably some jabs here and there. Maybe a body kick just to throw off Darren Till on the feet. He'll avoid the big power shots. And you got to remember, when a guy goes for power shots or tries to finish it early like Darren Till, they're going to wear themselves out even more when they're fighting a smart guy like Sean Strickland. I think Sean Strickland would win a unanimous decision. 50-45, maybe 49-46. Darren Till might win a round if he doesn't finish the fight.